Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a simple cake everyone can make. This cake is fluffy, soft, delicious and really easy to make. Let's start with the ingredients. We need a lemon, the zest and the juice. We need 2.7 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 5 eggs, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a pinch of salt, 8.5 ounces of vegetable oil, and 4 ounces of water. We start by sifting the flour first. Then we sift the baking powder into the flour. And then we mix the baking powder with the flour. So now we're getting the lemon zest, and be careful just to get the yellow parts, because the white parts, they have a bitter taste and we don't want that in our cake. Now we separate the eggs into egg white and egg yolk. We put a pinch of salt into the egg white. That helps the egg white to get firm more easily. I suggest to whisk the egg white first. That way you can make sure nothing else gets into the egg white, because if it does, it prevents it from getting firm. Then we put the sugar and the egg yolks together and we mix them up. So we mix them until we get a pale yellow color. The easiest way to achieve that is by using a hand mixer. When the color turns into pale yellow, you'll see that the volume has at least doubled. Then you add the oil gradually. And then you add the water, the lemon juice and the lemon zest. By the way, the lemon juice gives the cake a nice fresh taste and the lemon zest supports the flavor. The same goes for the amount of salt. The salt doesn't make the cake salty, it just balances out the sweetness and makes it more tasty. Then I put in the flour with the baking powder, not everything at once. I do this gradually because it just makes it easier to mix the dry and the wet ingredients. So our final step is to put the egg white into the cake batter, and we mix it gently together, and we be careful to keep as much air in it as possible. That makes the cake soft, moist and really fluffy inside. My cake pan is shaped like a box, but you can use any other, whatever you have at home. I prefer to use parchment paper as opposed to buttering the cake pan, because for me it's easier to get the cake out later. So the cake goes into the oven at 350 for at least 45 minutes to an hour. In my case it took an hour, but it really depends on the oven. If you are not sure if the cake is done, just test it with a toothpick. If the toothpick comes out clean, then your cake is done. If not, just test again after 5 minutes. When the cake has cooled down, you can take it out of the cake pan. So here you see it's really easy to get rid of the parchment paper without damaging the crust. So I finished up with some powdered sugar, but this is optional. So finally, let's get a bite. This cake is so moist and fluffy inside. You see those big holes? This is because of the egg white we put in. And that makes the cake not dry at all. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please leave a comment, like, subscribe and share. Click on the bell if you don't want to miss the next video. So thank you for watching and bye bye!